Do you ever recall seeing a scenario wherein retired players who've now taken up roles like being the national selector, the head coach, batting coach, etc., come out to represent their team all over again? Not in a charity match, by the way, a proper match of cricket. I'm talking about the Australian team looking at such a scenario ahead of the marquee tournament that we're talking about, which is the T20 World Cup. In a warm-up match, you could be seeing the likes of Andrew McDonald, George Bailey, Brad Hodge, all be in action because Australia have a crisis when it comes to the number of players that they have at hand right now. Take a look at this story. The T20 Cricket World Cup is now within touching distance and teams are busy gearing up for the marquee tournament. Most participating teams will be playing a warm-up match or two before the tournament begins so as to acclimatize with the conditions in the United States of America and the West Indies. But for Australia, the first of their two warm-up matches may not play out as per their liking. The 2021 winners of the tournament are likely to be short-staffed for the match as some of their players are still in Australia. Pat Cummins, Travis Head and Mitch Starc all featured in the final of the IPL, which was played on the 26th of May. They've gone back to Australia to spend time with family before they join their teammates in the Caribbean. Even Glenn Maxwell and Cam Green, who were in action in the IPL Eliminator, are also spending time at home. The 5 players are due to arrive when Australian squad reaches Barbados ahead of the first group stage match. There are some doubts over captain Mitch Marsh as well, as it is believed that he is still not fully fit to bowl. In such a scenario, the Aussies will have to turn to members of their coaching staff. Brad Hodge, Andrew McDonald and even national selector George Bailey could be called in for the warm-up match. But Marsh does not sound bothered by the unavailability of some of their players, as he believes it is important to be flexible and give the players a much-needed break. Australia's World Cup campaign begins on June 5 when they take on Oman in Barbados.